What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pappy here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Unified Scale Auto Content Creators of YouTube group build, better known as the USACC build. This year we're building the 68 Dodge Dart in a lot of different fashions. I've been watching a lot of everybody's videos, doing updates and stuff on theirs, and I've really been enjoying watching that unfold. Still got a few months before the reveal, so kind of not been dragging my feet on this particular build. Just got a lot going on my bench right now with two other previous builds that I've picked up here during the holidays. But I kind of put it's also not been cool. It's been really cold down here in Georgia. We've had some high 20s and some high 40s for a couple of days, and it's not really prime weather to be trying to get out there in the garage and paint. So I've just been doing a few things, as far as with different assemblies of different builds, but I haven't had a lot of time to dedicate on this to do paint work on this particular build. So I have first thing that I do is I always like to do a test spoon, and what we've got right here is the color that we have chose to put on the old 68 Dart. This is a collaboration of actually four different Tamiya products, and I'm gonna bring them out here just in a minute and show y'all. But why does Pappy spray a test spoon? Because I don't want to when I'm doing all the hard work on a lot of these bodies, I don't want to mess them up. That's just kit costs are pretty high these days, so I don't want to do that. So I always do a test spoon. I can buy 100 of these for a couple of bucks at Walmart, and I can test these, various products out on these particular colors I like to use. So we'll talk more about the test spoon here in a minute, but we've got the body for the car. Everything is smoothed out on it finally. We haven't got it into primer yet. But the color that you see right here on the test spoon is what are the pieces that what's going to be painted that color on the right here. We've got everything as far as this the assembly for the frame. Everything's finished on it. Everything's puttied in. Everything fits very nicely. This interior part will be a different color up in here. So I don't care if overspray gets on that at the moment, but everything back through here will be primed and painted. This frame right in here will be, and the K member, that will be a NATO black frame. So, but everything in here, as far as all the way back through the Pro Street chassis, will be this metallic orange. So, but we'll tape the frame off at the very end and get everything shot in NATO black on that. So we'll set that to the side. Body has been smoothed up. We've removed all the badging that we talked about earlier. I've taken off all the marker lights, the GTS here on the back trunk, the hood, everything down through there. All the badging's been removed. We'll shoot a test spray of the Tamiya white, and I'll talk about the colors here in a minute. But this will be the same color as far as the spoon will be the car itself. And the final thing that we'll need to spray body color will be the inner firewall that goes in here, and there's, of course, that goes in there like that. So everything will be body colored, and we have to do a lot of detail painting to get some of this stuff to pop out. So with that, let's put that to the side. Let's get this bench is really getting populated. I've got 3 builds going on, so I'm really crunched on space here. So, but we talked about the colors and why is Pappy bringing out rattle can? Well, I'm gonna rattle can this thing. This is I'm dedicating this build to my good friend Full Throttle Customs that we lost a couple months ago. Butch was very inspirational in a lot of my Pro Street builds. He was a good friend to talk to, but I want to dedicate this to him. But Butch had a oh man, he could do things with not just rattle cans, but with airbrush and things like that. And he was just very inspirational with a lot of my builds. So I want to do the same to him. I want to dedicate this build to Butch because he was the one that was instrumental in me building a lot of Pro Street cars. So, but I want to use rattle can. I want to show folks out there in the modeling community that you ain't got to go to the expense of buying an airbrush, a compressor, having to learn that, and going, gosh, man, why did this screw up? Just stick to what I'm telling you right here. I know that Tamiya paints are a little bit, they're expensive. I mean, they're anywhere from I think $6.50 to $10, $11 for a can. Even though it's small, I'd rather spray into something I know that's compatible and I know that you don't have problems with it, instead of worrying about, well, will this spray and play nicely with that? Well, guess what? That's why I spray these right here first to see. And everything, this color that you see right here is the product of all four of these products right here. And I'm going to leave this right here. This is not buffed out yet. I will buff this out with a buffer here pretty soon. But what did I do? The first thing I do is clean the spoon, of course. And no, I don't lick it off. I take some denatured alcohol and I wipe the spoon off and get it good and clean. Then I will come over it with a top coat of Tamiya white primer. That's the 1500 primer that they have. The second thing to get this color to pop like this is I use after I use the primer, white primer, I come over it with TS21, and that is gold. Once that's dry, we come over it with the light coats of metallic TS90. What is it? TS92. It's upside down for me. TS92 metallic orange. That way I get the shade just right. And I do it on both sides because that way that's a dish looking, and that's kind of a dome looking right there. So I can tell what it looks like all the way, whether it's on a concave or whether it's on a radius like that. So, but once I get the color, the contrast just right, everything is evenly coated. We let that dry overnight, and then we come back with the TS13 clear. And this was a light coat of TS13 on both sides, and then it was a little bit heavier coat for the second coat, and then I applied a third coat, which really, it's not as heavy, but it's just about equally as heavy as the second coat. And then we let that dry overnight, and then I think I sprayed this about Monday of last week, or this week. So it's very shiny, as you can tell. I'm going to get a buffer. I'm going to get my buffer out and some novice polish, and we'll get this buffed out, and we'll see where we stand with that. And then the color, I'll start up this color on this particular car over here. So, but this is where we're at, and if I hope as y'all are progressing, and watching I've had a lot of folks watching these videos on the USACC build, and I appreciate everybody's comments and thumbs up, and I hope it's helping a lot of you out that wants to kit bash a Pro Street anything, as far as whether it be the 68 Dart, or if it's a 69 Camaro or a 70 Chevelle. Hope this helps a lot of you out as we move along in this right here. So, but stay tuned. Let's get this back out of the way. Let's talk about the guys that support my channel right here. But stay tuned right here at Fred Henry's, old Pappy himself, at West Georgia Rods and Customs, for more updates on this USACC group build. Go over to MCV Products, www.mcvproducts.net. Talk to Matthew and the girls over there at MCV Products. Get you some of that great Pro Street items, 3D printed stuff that Matthew sells over there at their website. And as you sit and build your builds, sit here and listen to the Scale Model Car podcast. Lucas C., Jason, BG, Chuck, man, they're always talking model car stuff. They're over there on Spotify, and sometimes they have different guests in over there, and see what they got going on. Tell them Pappy sent you. Anyhow, as this old guy says, if y'all can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out of here.